weather is kind of chilly and rather windy, cool wind, cold wind, and they're calling for rain anytime through the day today.
And it's getting close to December 3rd.
Yes, and it's getting close to December the 3rd, which I figure after that date we can have snow, rain, freezing rain.
I've lived my whole life with you saying anything can happen after December 3rd. So that's the deadline around here to get ready for winter.
And so today we're going to try to get our boat out of the water and drain the water, which has a way of accumulating inside the boat. And so we're going to drain the water out of it and take our boat up and put it in the shelter somewhere. I've had this boat for a number of years. I don't know how long.
Well, I know it's been at least 10 years. I can't remember, but I know we had it for 10 years.
And I figure if I want to have it for another 10, I need to shelter it from the winter freezing and thawing.
I remember that I gave it to him for Father's Day, but I can't remember if it was the Father's Day more than 10 years ago, if it was the Father's Day before that. And the reason I know it was 10 years ago is because in October, 10 years ago this year, our house burned. And the reason I remember that we had the boat then is because when we got up that morning in the middle of the night, really, and went to the market, and then about 6 o'clock we got a call from our son telling us about our house burning. Dugan happened to think about our 2 dogs that we had at that point. And one of them was Molly, who we have now. She was just a pup, a young dog. And the other one was a red short-haired dachshund that we had that was older, named Lily. So whenever Jeremiah called and told us the bad news, Dugan said, check on the dogs, because we had put them outside. We would often put them outside. We don't live anywhere that there are roads. We just let them be outside all day instead of locked up. They found Lily out at the edge of the water in the paddle boat. At that point, we didn't have this dock. It was the boat was pulled up on the bank, close to the bank, and in a different place. She had gone to that place. I don't know why she felt safe in that, but she was trying to get away from the fire, obviously, and had gone to get in that boat.
I guess she felt safe there.
Well, anyway, that's how we remember that we had this boat 10 years ago, at least. And it's time to get it out of the water for the winter. Well, it looks like we left our fish grabbing tool and our needle nose pliers in there, and they've been sitting in the water, so we got to get that out of there. Now, somehow water leaks in. It's probably around the pipes of the paddles, but we have to get the water drained out, so we have to pull the boat up first. We have to be careful as we pull it out so that we don't rip the paddles off or the little rudder in the back. He's looking for the plug.
I found it.
Can you get it out with your gloves on?
Yeah.
How do you get it out? Does it pop in and out?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just that little rubber plug that pops in, or you pull it out.
We're going to pull it out and lean it up against the bobcat so it can drain while we are taking our jug line out of the water also.
I used to live in the country on a high lonesome hill, crow by day and by night the whippoorwill. lonesome hill. Crow by day and by night the whippoorwill. But I'm satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.
There's all kinds of gunky slime on the bottom of it. Next spring, after it's all dried, we'll probably have to scrub that off. Not that it will help, because it'll just happen again. I'm leaving him over there, and Pudgy and I are walking across the dam to untie the rope over on that side. This is where Cora likes to try to get out, but we stopped her by running a fence down along that bank to that rose bush. And over here's the rope I need to untie.
Well, I'm going downtown with my hat caved
Yes?
in, coming back home with a pocket full of tin. Well, I'm going downtown with my hat caved in, coming back home with a pocket full of tin.
It's loose!
Well, I'm satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.
Okay, I brought this out. That's what I want to put the hooks in. I just want to stab them into the edge. Can you see well enough to cut that off right there without cutting my hand off too? No, not back there. Above the swivel.
Where? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, now there's a bunch of trash on that, so. And then we're going to stick the hooks down in the edge of that, and they won't get all tangled up, and they'll be just fine, ready to go next year. This is the last one. There was one missing hook, so we only got 9 off, which means there's a fish swimming around with a hook in its face. Now we have to try to get these jugs and this line all wrapped together and not have it tangled up. That sounds like a pretty big challenge to me, but we'll see. We'll have to figure something out. We decided to just drag them up into the yard here and leave them for the winter. They're just milk jugs and a rope. It's not going to hurt anything, and I think it's heavy enough that it's not going to blow away. It's all ready to go next year. All we have to do is pull it back out there and attach the hooks as we go. It'll be motivation for us to do it before we have to mow next spring. Okay, back to the boat. Well, see if he can control it. He's trying to lay it down on his skid steer forks, and that's how he'll haul it up there. And it's just now started to rain. So you good, old guy? You're gonna put it under a shelter, and so it won't be rained on or snowed on. It'll still freeze, but it's pretty well drained from water, and I think it'll be good for at least one more year. Even an old guy can do stuff like this. I'm sure you have a cheering squad out there, old guy.
Well, you're my baby, you're the one. Throw your arms around me like a circle around the sun. Well, you're my baby, you're the one. Throw your arms around me like a circle around the sun. Well,
Uh-oh. I think I better adjust the load. Hold on! Well, I turned it over because I don't think it was going to ride the other way. And there he goes. Off to deliver the boat to a safe winter harbor. And tearing up the yard. He's so proud he can just spin around. And he thinks he never tears up the yard.
I'm satisfied, tickled too, just to be with you.